Are you committed, now that we have the Sackett case ruling, to simply go through this decision tree and give some immediate guidance on what is or isn't jurisdictional based on your own set of standards in the very, very clear direction from the from the Sackett decision we had handed down recently?
If I could take that, Congressman, absolutely, we are committed to moving forward. As we discussed earlier in this hearing, we are expeditiously moving forward with a new rule that will be consistent with the Sackett decision that will obviously be more streamlined. We will take the rule we developed in 2023. There are certain aspects of that rule, such as significant nexus, which is represented by that matrix there, that will no longer be applicable. So we are fully committed to moving forward
Well, there's jurisdictions, delineations, verifications, farmers waiting for results, other projects in limbo right now because the rule has been suspended. I think that you could report back to us fairly short order as to what the Sackett case completely eliminates from this list, both in terms of significant nexus jurisdictions and adjacent wetlands were taken to task a bit directly, as that was the core issue of the Sackett case, was not only a significant nexus, but it was an adjacent wetlands case that the Supreme Court ruled on very, very clearly, and that I believe you should be able to take this decision tree and edit it within an afternoon and get back to us at least with a minimal set of exclusions that would be derived from the Sackett case.
Well, our focus is on developing that rule as expeditiously as possible to get back into the business of issuing AJDs. That's our intent and that's our commitment, sir.
So when this rule was developed here, it was developed in cooperation with the Office of Management and Budget, as well as the Environmental Environmental Quality Council. There have also been prosecutions conducted by the Environmental Protection Agency and the Department of Justice Division of Water and Environment, sometimes with and sometimes without subject matter jurisdiction. You also cooperate and have a number of memorandums of understanding with the USDA that advises farmers on what wetlands regulations they're subject to and what farming practices fit within the agricultural exemptions and the plowing exclusions of Clean Water Act and the Section 404 permit. The reason I really believe some immediate clarity is important because the significant nexus, in my opinion, was erroneously established to begin with, and now you've got very definite clarity. So you might have some fine lines to draw as to exactly where navigable waters and jurisdictional waters begin and end, but there are hordes of wetlands in many, many small communities and farming operations currently hindered by your current jurisdictional claims that could be eliminated immediately while you work on the finer lines of the new rule. So I want to encourage you, as you come back for funding this year, that you take a serious look at what can be meat cleavered off right now and what advice you want to give to some of your cooperating agencies in terms of your now newly limited jurisdiction and what memorandums of understanding and field guidance letters are now erroneous, incomplete, or can be completely dismissed so that farmers can go back to farming and not wait for delineations to happen. I've waited for them for over a year myself, so I would have to disagree with the good general's characterization that anything is happening within a proper time frame, at least not within the Sacramento office that Congressman LaMalfa was reporting to. It's a joke over there. It's not under-resourced, it's over-regulated. Furthermore, a couple quotes, frozen middle, bag of no's, individual solutions to individual challenges, let the project matter or district commander make common sense calls. All of these introduce a level of subjectivity and uncertainty while you're making the lowest level field agent a regulator and policymaker based on his individual experience and expertise, which may be variable and may be up to interpretation. This is objective, this is clear, this is black and white, and there aren't very many words on the page. I really urge you to establish a clearly delineated decision tree as what is jurisdictional, what is not, and then teach your field agents to abide by it, lest they become subject to accountability as policymakers. Thank you very much.
Gentleman's time has expired.